Virgos. So I just want to say thank y'all so much. It's at a point where I don't need to make 6 videos every single day. I can literally make 4, still grow, still make the amount of money. I just want to say to all the zodiac signs that come over here, not just Virgo, to all who's watching this, friend, foe, enemy, friend, button heads, not button heads. I just want to go ahead and say thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. So for you Virgos, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and then we have the Four of Swords. So this right here is a situation for you Virgos where it was a little bit frustrating before getting cooperation and getting diplomacy and getting people that was willing to actually interact with you in a way that worked with you instead of against you, right? As you're getting to know them. But the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords is about you Virgos understanding that it is about personal choice, right? Like real talk, like Allah says submit. Yahushua says decide. And I'm not necessarily the most religious person in the world, but in this sense, Yahushua's decide is where I'm at with it. Like, I'm not going to be sitting up here trying to essentially convince someone to do anything. If a person doesn't want to be with me for whatever reason, you know, you hear so many people talk about submit, submit, submit. Listen, that whole submission piece is a dub because it's dubbed. It's a dub because if a person doesn't want to be with you, if they actively don't want to be with you, no matter what it is that they say, they're going to be working against your benefit and not within your own and their benefit as well, by being with you. They will only work to sabotage you. And the way that a lot of these people talk, they talk in a sense of the only types of people that they're going to interact with, especially when it comes to Virgos, are the Virgos that's going to have to fight with them, argue with them, bicker with them, coerce them into submitting. And us Virgos are supposed to understand that that's not a lot of where our power is. Our power is in decide. So then you have the Eight of Pentacles, and then you have the Queen of Wands. A lot of other people are going to front like they're trying to save face. But that's what it is that I'm talking about. The Eight of Pentacles represents us Virgos are just doing our own thing. Us Virgos, you can potentially see my dog back there. But us Virgos are just doing our own thing. And, oh no, you can't see her. But us Virgos are doing our own thing. And a lot of other people want to make up excuses and why they don't like us and all of this other type of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's about saving face. And what I mean when I say saving face is it's about having to come up with a lie for the fact that those people were dysfunctional and they wanted to do dirt and they wanted to be on stupid stuff. And us Virgos we had a certain seriousness about life. And we wanted to actually prosper and do well for ourselves. And the person wanted to just waste our time, BS around, play games with our time, and make it seem like we so this, so that, and that we don't deserve any kind of respect for whatever fabricated reason that they have up in their head. So now the Three of Pentacles now is about how, since that's the case, the Three of Pentacles is so we understand the assignment. We understand that every single person on this planet has a limited amount of time to live. So we're going to enjoy it. You know I'm enjoying it. And this is part of the reason why it is that I said before, the whole deciding situation, because I came to that conclusion myself as a Virgo, right? And reason for that is because I'm serious. Like I'm dead serious. I'm very serious. I'm not going to be sitting up over here trying to bicker and argue with somebody who has their own free will that no one can take away. Everybody has their rights. If you choose, which is a right, not to be with me, not to be on my side, you want to continue to play stupid games with me, you gonna win stupid prizes when it comes to me, because just as much as you choose to not stop playing games, I can choose to not be around you. You know? Because all of the people that are in my life, whether they're my mom, whether they're my sister, we're working towards one goal in our own way. Well, I ain't gonna say one goal. We're actually working towards many goals. But the point that I'm trying to make here is everyone is chipping in is what it is that I'm trying to say. Everyone is chipping in is what I'm trying to say. So what happens is, what it is I'm trying to say is that what you've got to do is, you Virgos are on the right track. This is why it is that you Virgos are supposed to only rock with people long term that have some sort of real value to you, because that's the only kind of individuals that I kick it with. I only hang out with people, I'm talking about long term. I'm talking about consistently. I only hang out with people who are providing value, bringing in value, as I am bringing in value into their lives as well in exchange. And it's a fair exchange, and no one is getting over on the other person. You know why? Because I understand it. And if a person wants to play like they're hard-headed, so be it. And that's what also the Wheel of Fortune is, letting everyone pick and choose for themselves, choose their own situation. So when they get themselves in a situation where they choose to be on some stupidness, and the stupidness doesn't necessarily work out for them, what exactly is it that they're going to complain about you? They can't say anything, because what would they say? And that's what it is that I'm trying to say. The Wheel of Fortune now and the Ten of Wands is about how, since that's the case, you have to understand that where we're going right now is that a lot of us Virgos are starting to realize how stupid the wheel of the rat race is, trying to bicker and argue and trying to deal with hard-headed individuals on both sides, trying to deal with hard-headed individuals, right? Hard-headed individuals as to why it is, you know what I'm saying, that they should do this. They want to continue to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It doesn't work, but yet they'll do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. They'll do the same thing over. It's like, and they don't want to stop doing dumb stuff. They don't want to come off the foolishness. And this is the point that I'm trying to make. What do they expect us Virgos to do about that? What? Twist their arm? Try to coerce a person into being with us? What point would that prove? What problem would that solve? How would that do better? How would that empower us? What would that do? How would that empower us? Would that empower us? No. That would make things worse. That would make things even worse. And us Virgos understand that. You dig what I'm saying? So the Ten of Wands represents, we are starting to understand that our perspective on finding love was wrong in the past, trying to show people how much of a benefit we were to them. They already know that, but they want to be on some dumb stuff. They would rather hang out with somebody that's just going to play games with them and they waste their time because it's exciting. But while it's exciting, it doesn't benefit them any other way other than just pure excitement. And they're okay with that because they don't think long term. And it's time for us Virgos to have to, stop shaming, blaming, and explaining that situation. And what I mean when I say that is, I'm not necessarily saying that I get down with the whole Ramil thing and everything that Ramil says. What I'm trying to say is that in that sentiment, in that element, in that particular situation, that's what it is I'm talking about. Why are we trying to force or convince or coerce people that being with us is a good thing? If people treat us Virgos like trash and call us trash, and they spend so much time fighting against us, sometimes physically, sometimes people will put their hands on Virgos and Virgos won't even do anything. Virgos will literally just take the hit, and then people won't even talk about that. I've never had somebody put their hands on me, but I've heard of other Virgos that was friendly, that was real friendly with the people that they was kicking it with, and then they got slapped, they got their hands put on. And us Virgos are one of the few zodiac signs where people try to test the boundaries of, play games with, do all of this. And the Page of Swords represent that. All of this disrespect, all of this overt disrespect, all of this unneeded disrespect, this blown out of proportion need to disrespect a Virgo. And for what? Especially when we had your best interest in mind. Us Virgos know how to have fun. We know how to kick back. We know how to kick our feet up, and we know how to get to work as well. Remember, we're mutable. So the thing is that with us, we know, we as Virgos know how to be mutable. We know how to silver surf. We know how to enjoy our lives. But at the same time, we're structured in the sense of, the same time, Virgo, we structured because of the fact that us Virgos, we don't want to slack on either. We don't want to play too much to the point where we end up being poor, but we don't want to work to the point where it exhausts us out. So we understand that we got to do things moderately, and things have their time and their seasons, when it's time for us to play and have fun, and when it's time for us to work and chill and get back to work. We can have as much fun over the weekend as we want, but we got to save our bread first. We got to save some money first and put it on the side, and then at the same time buy some supplies for our residents, and then with the money that we have left, we can come up with creative ways to play, but not until our business is fixed first. And if it's not business first and then play, it's incorrect. Because what happens when you just playing, and a lot of people want to just play. A lot of people are not serious about this. And the Ten of Pentacles now is about how a lot of us know this, that they're not. Everybody is spending so much time sizing us up like they are an elitist, Darwinist, oligarchist, right? Only the best. And they're coming from these rich, stuck up, families that are so uptight and bougie, or that's what their perception is. That's what their perception is. So these delusional people come out here as we are trying to get to know them on some respectful type stuff, when our hearts and under the condition that our hearts and our minds are in the correct place, we step to them with decency and respect. And how is it that they treat us, Virgo? They treat us from a perspective of, we got problems, and that we're not good enough, and that we don't qualify. I've seen it so many times, how many times I've been talking to somebody and things start off cool, and then they start to judge me from a perspective of, you ain't spend any kind of money on me, you ain't done this, and it's like, and meanwhile, I ain't even tell them that, of course I haven't spent any kind of money on you, because number one, I'm just testing the waters. I'm still getting to know you. Number two, I'm trying to figure out how to invest. People don't know that me personally as a Virgo, people don't know that I've been wanting to invest in stocks for over 10 plus years. I've been wanting to invest in stocks ever since I was 15 years old. But in order to invest in stocks, you had to call a stockbroker or go down to Wall Street and all this other type of crap. But now with Cashapp and all of these banking apps, it's made it easy for people to get into stock. People don't know that. People don't know that I've been wanting to get into stuff and get into stocks and get into investing ever since I was a teenager, watching Trading Places with Eddie Murphy. Shout outs to Eddie Murphy. And shout outs to the other dude who was co-starring alongside Eddie Murphy or whatnot. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to Jamie Lee Curtis and stuff like this. People don't know that. But they spend so much time looking over me and looking down at me because I'm not their type or any of that. And I'm like, okay. And this is how it is that level of confusion and that level of blatant overconfidence gets people. You treat people like trash based upon how much money they make. And that's not how it is that you're supposed to do it, because real people who have real money to burn, real money like that, they don't tell you their net worth straight out like that. They're not going to explain to you their net worth straight out like that. The only type of person that they're going to explain their net worth are in the family when they're talking about business, so that they can actually figure it out, they can actually figure out a way to bring their family members into the CEO ownership positions of the corporations that they done built up. Then they'll actually get a chance to see and to understand the exact numbers, because they're getting a chance to look at the books and to understand how to account for all of this exorbitant amount of money and cash flow and revenue and assets that the company has. But this is the type of draconianism that's get displayed to us, Virgo. So it just looks stupid, because a lot of people don't even know that Virgos have money, but their money is not promoted. A lot of Virgos be having money. We earth signs, but number one, we not gonna share our money with you only until our heart is in it. And a lot of people like to play that game of poor people trying to classify what poor individuals are, trying to guess how much. I done had so many people who I didn't even like talk about how it is that the sneakers that I was wearing at one point, I'm poor because of the sneakers that I was wearing at one point. Not even realizing it's not a matter because I used to have blue suede sneakers that I love from DC shoes, DC sneakers, right? The sneaker business. And the person didn't even realize that I was wearing the sneakers like that. I was wearing the sneakers out like that because I love the color blue. Let me, because I'm just going in. Sorry about that. But let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. But people don't even realize, like, so stupid. Like, I was wearing the blue suede sneakers, but I was wearing the blue suede sneakers and stuff like this to the point where I was running them into the ground. But I was wearing the blue suede sneakers not because of the fact that I didn't have any other pair. I was wearing the blue suede sneakers because of the fact that I love those sneakers so much. I love those sneakers very much. The person was clowning me about how it is that I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't wear any sneakers. You know what it is that I did? Without that person who was talking about my sneakers was looking, without them even needing to be around, without them looking, I went and I bought 2 new pairs, like a day or 2 days afterwards, because it was nothing. And it's like this is what it is that I'm talking about. Like, people are tripping out when it comes to Virgos and are extra critical and picky over the dumbest stuff without even getting a chance. Like, people don't even realize that Vince McMahon, I thought Vince McMahon was an Aries. That's false information. Come to find out, Vince McMahon, the former chairman of the board and CEO, because he sold the business, but Vince McMahon is a Virgo. People don't even know that. People don't even know that. And WWE is one of the top 10 YouTube channels on YouTube. So to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, we have the King of Pentacles, the Tower, the Three of Wands, and then you have the Hanged Man. This is what it is I'm talking about. It's only until people play games and they won the stupid prize of us Virgos not being around is when they begin to understand how stupid they were being. Because now the Tower, right? Before, they're like this. They're sleeping on you, right? Because the King of Pentacles in this iteration or illustration is sleeping, peaceful. They're sleeping on you. They're wasting your time. They're laughing at you. Everything is about money to these people. Everything is about money to these parasitic people. And then it's only up until they come back down to reality when they realized that you Virgos cared about them. They realized that you actually had some sort of decency about yourself, that your love for them, your respect for their life went way past money, and how much money they have will show the type of how to respect you or how to interact with you, is when they started to realize how stupid they were being. But the Three of Wands and the Hangman represented Pisces, represents, but this is what it is that I'm talking about though, because now by the time they figured it out, you Virgos are already gone in the sun. Y'all are already walked off into the sunset, as you see in the background there, talking to somebody else, or being heartbroken and getting over the heartbreak and emotionally moving on. Because that's another thing too for us Virgos that'll have us going back. We'll go to a person sometimes, we'll end up going back to the person, because even though physically walking away is easy for us, emotionally walking away sometimes can be a hard thing, because we're devoted, because we are one of the most devoted zodiac sign, because Virgos represent devotion. You dig? Virgo is the zodiac sign to pray. If you see some of the glyphs, some of the symbolism of Virgo is a person that's on their knees praying. Let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and then you have the Magician. So this is what it is I'm talking about though. Like, they spend so much time wondering about how much money you have. Right? Now, all of a sudden, what? Now, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Look at this. Look at how much it is that people find out after. Look at how much it is that so many people want your attention, and that only people who find out after that you're really better off without them than you were with them, is how stupid they look. Now you got all these people now trying to holler at you. And the Magician, which is Virgo, ironically, represents how it is that you Virgos want nothing to do with them. You don't want anything to do with relationships, because the way that people move, their thoughts, how they act, they're not functional. They're not decent. They're dysfunctional. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, and subscribe. Listen, we're almost at 10,000 subs. We literally have less than 30 subs to go. I think we have 24 subs. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, and set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.